we start with the Freedom Award to Anthony Brancatelli. He was a little late coming here today. He had a very sad event, a funeral of a very close friend. We're glad he could make it. We had a sad event as well, not quite the same sad event. His award broke. And we got a poor substitute, but it's a nice looking substitute over there, with a Freedom Award to Anthony Brancatelli. I don't want to go over his bio because it's right here in the book, program book. You can read it all. There are several things in there I didn't know about him, like his activities nationwide or citywide for dilapidated and for rehabilitation. But what I knew about him was that he represented our community, not just the local award, but the city of Cleveland as well. And it was all, joined all the right organizations, went all to the right places, and helped all the right people. And as a community, we're very thankful of that. And that's one of the reasons he's getting the reward that he is. But to introduce him, I'm going to have fellow Councilman Mike Polensek step forward for the introduction. I can say fellow because I was in city council myself 10 years, but even before Michael started. So, talk about old. Not him, me.
Thank you.
Is this on? Okay. The judge asked me to say a few words on behalf of my former colleague. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, council, over the years, we've become a band of brothers and sisters dealing with a wide variety of issues in our city. And I want to say to Tony Brancatelli, I've always appreciated his diligence, his concern, for, especially for the Slavic Village neighborhood, trying to deal with the issues of abandonment, especially with the industrial businesses that have left our city, and also the mortgage meltdown that we experienced in 2006 and 2008. He always was concerned about the community, the people who live in it. I saw that every day at City Council. I saw it in his attendance record. When you come to work every day, that means a great deal to me. That's the way I was raised, about coming to work and giving your time and your commitment. Tony did just that. And I always appreciate it. That's not to say that we always agreed on issues, but he was always committed to that community, the old Ward 12 community that he represented. And when the judge mentioned to me that he might miss today because of a personal commitment, I was going to just say, regardless how we in council, how we appreciate him, and we miss him. We miss him in city council because he was always level-headed. He always was concerned. He could work across the aisle within the council. He could work with the administrations, all the administrations over the years. So I just want to say, again, on behalf of the members of city council, as a senior member, we appreciate what you did for our city, for your community, and I want to thank Judge Perk and the American Nationalities Movement for recognizing Tony's contribution to our city. To you and your lovely wife, thank you once again for caring about Clevelanders. Thank you. Judge.
The award basically says, Freedom Award and American Nationalities Movement to Anthony Brancatelli, recognition of his leadership in the fight against urban blight brought on by the national foreclosure crisis. Goes on to list many other accomplishments as they're located in your program. And also in support of the ethnic community, our ethnic community, for his cultural values and for your continued support of the American Nationalities Movement presented this day at our Christmas party luncheon. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I was asked to keep my remarks down to 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
It was under 30.
Under 30, great.
Hey,
it is a little surreal moment after burying a close friend today to come out here in front of all of you. As a second generation, my family's from Poland and from Italy. It's just wonderful to be able to be here for the American Nationalities Movement and recognize the honor that I'm receiving today. This is really, truly a blessing. I certainly want to thank my beautiful bride and for all the support over the years, both as a director of a nonprofit and then for 16 years on city council. We had a lot of challenges in our neighborhood. I grew up near the Morrow family. I can tell about a lot of great parties by the Morrow's house, but I won't tell that because her kids will not be happy with me. But truly, in looking at the hard work of all the ethnic groups in our communities and the hard work that went on in our neighborhood in Slavic Village, but for the blessing of all those who were making our neighborhood what it was and those who are trying to keep our neighborhood and make it a newer day. It's truly a joy to see folks working so hard, to see the recovery in our community after such a horrible crisis. And when I look at all those who continue to help us, and I know that Senator Dolan was very helpful in helping raise revenues and sources and was very supportive downstate, and certainly Senator Portman and Senator Brown on a national level, the resources that came in for us to deal with demolition, for renovation and investments in our community. But for these other elected officials, we would not see the recovery that we are seeing in our neighborhoods. But for Mike, Councilman Polensek kicking me under the table on a pretty regular basis at City Council, when I first got on council, my office was directly across from Mike's. I think they do that for the newest members, just an indoctrination, initiation at City Council, is you got to be across from Mike's. I thought I drew a good straw, but I found out, oh wait, I'm across from Mike. Councilman Polensek was an amazing leader and inspiration for those who see how hard it is to work on council on the elected, that local elected official level. Day in and day out, he was really working hard for his constituents. I learned a number of new words that I can't repeat since this is being recorded. But I also learned how hard you have to work to get along and raise resources for your community. And I was blessed to be able to sit side by side with him in City Council for those many years to help work for our community. Again, for today, I want to thank you very much, Rocky, for really all the support. It truly is an honor and a blessing to be able to receive this today. Thank you very much.